nigga, my nigga. My motherfucking niggas.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
I drink more liquor to fuck you up quicker than you'd wanna fuck me if I saying the word.
Who is that? Maya, who is that? Hey, Maya, who is that? You do this on TV? Look, who is that? Who is that? Is that you? Is that us? We on TV. Hi, mama. Is that the face you're gonna make to all the people out there? Oh, yeah? Huh? Just you. Uh-oh. Oh, no. All right. Okay, who is it? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that, huh? Who is that? Who is that big yawn? Yeah. Who is that on TV? Who is that? Huh? Who are you looking at there? Who is that? Huh, little mama? What's going on, TTC? New Rob report. And yeah, that was my daughter making a little cameo appearance. All her stuff in the back. Had me a little girl about 2.5 weeks ago. And man, it's a life-changing experience. I feel like a new man. So anyway, well, this is a quick little video. A couple things I've been wanting to do some videos on. Haven't been able to actually do it because you know, this new thing going on in my life. What I wanted to touch on today was the proposed ban of the N-word in the NFL. The NFL is attempting to put in a rule to install a rule, okay, that will penalize players 15 yards for saying the N-word, which is, as our boy Richard Sherman said, an atrocious idea. It's wrong on so many levels. It's right on only one level and wrong on a whole bunch more. Now, as a black man, I get it. Okay, now there's a whole bunch of people. First of all, the biggest issue here, and some of you may and some of you may not understand what I mean. Okay, and I'm not pulling the race card. Okay, I'm not pulling the race card, but if I were to say to Super Rookie, okay, Super Rookie's gonna know what I mean when I say this. Okay, it doesn't make sense at all for an organization, a company, any type of organization, okay, for instance, the NFL, that is made up of a commissioner and owners who all happen to be white, to make a rule that is almost exclusively related to black people or African Americans, however you want to put it. It makes no sense. Stephen A. Smith said it best on ESPN First Take, I believe the show was, that you don't get a vote, okay, in this conversation. There's some conversations that white folks, you just don't get a vote in. And it's true. It's true. You don't get to vote on that. Now, I will say this: the NFL has the right to make whatever type of rules they want, to set up whatever type of working conditions they feel necessary. Okay, so if they say you can't sneeze on the field, then you can't sneeze in the field, and that's your job, to not sneeze in the field. They say you can't say nigga on the field, then you can't say nigga on the field, right? But for them, when Richard Sherman said it's almost racist, I know what he's saying, okay? Because there isn't a white person, or there isn't a person who is not black, or at least of some type of African American descent, who's going to utter that word in the field, period. There isn't. Okay, now we all know old boy from Philly got caught on the cell phone cam calling some dude a nigger, talking about he was gonna beat his ass, or what did he say? I'll hop that fence and fight every nigger in here. Riley Cooper said that. So we know who Riley Cooper is. Okay, we know who Riley Cooper is. Okay, Richie Incognito was doing it to Jonathan Martin. Okay, so we know who these guys are. But are they going to say it on the field? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who's going to say it on the field? It's going to be Richard Sherman to Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor to Brandon Browner. If Brandon Browner was, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a Malcolm Smith to Bobby Wagner. It's going to be the black players saying it to the black players. You telling me that you're going to penalize every time a black person says the word nigga on the field? Now, to counter that, the word nigger, okay, the N-word, not a good word, okay? What that word has become in today's society has nothing to do with the atrocious, reality nature of the word, okay? The word has come from hundreds of years of slavery and oppression. Okay, the word is a derogatory term. Okay, now people will argue that if you change the ER to an A, it means something different, and really it doesn't. I mean, because if you go back down south to where those, them down south former slave owners, families, not all of them said niggers. Okay, they said niggers just like we say niggers, but they still meant the term that we hate. Okay. Now, as an African American, as a black man, I've said the word myself. I catch myself saying it every once in a while. I say it. Now, I don't say it as often as some, okay? But I've said it, and I say it. I'll probably say it. I'll most certainly say it again, okay? Should the word just completely be eradicated from the English language? Absolutely. It most certainly should. But, shoulda, woulda, coulda had a boost, right? A lot of things shouldn't be the way they are, but they just are. It's a reality of life. Shit is just the way it is. Word nigga should be eradicated. But it's not. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. The NFL has a really good idea, but there is no feasible way to apply this rule and make it make sense and make it be fair and make it make sense. The application is impossible, except of course if they're just going to go ahead and just apply it. And then what you're going to see is a bunch of niggas on the field saying nigga and being penalized all over the place. There are people on the field, okay? There are players, black players on the field who come from different walks of life where nigga is used as regularly as the word the, and it just is that way. Whether it's right or wrong, it makes no bearing. Obviously, the word needs to be eradicated. I've said it already. But there are walks of life that people come from where the word is just used. It just is. And it's not, not in a derogatory way. Black people have come about even in the days of slavery. Okay? It was turned into a word that didn't mean what it meant when a white person said it to a black person. Okay, this is not pulling race cards. Okay, I'm not trying to say anything about white folks. Okay, but this just is what it is. Black people, not when I see it, hey, the song is my nigga, my motherfucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing derogatory. There's nothing derogatory about when the word is spoken like that. There just isn't. It just isn't. Why? Whatever, doesn't matter. It isn't. Now, if you're going to ban a word, okay, for its derogatory nature, then you have to ban every derogatory word. You have to ban every curse word. If the NFL is going to do that, it's still going to have a hard time applying it. The application is going to be all but impossible except for just to do it. And I mean, you can imagine the backlash. But if you're going to do it, then do it. Okay. And there's going to be a lot of penalties. I mean, how are you going to tell these grown men who, you're telling these athletes, these gladiators, okay, these people that go out. It's just like in the back in the days of gladiators, you know, and the Romans or whoever it was, the Greeks, and they used to fight in the Colosseum. They would go there and fight each other and fight animals or whatever they did. I don't know. They didn't curse. Whatever the curse words were back then, they cursed. I'm sure. You're putting these warriors into battle and expecting them expecting their passion and their instincts not to take over. It's not possible. It's just not possible. And the rule itself will indeed affect only black people, only black NFL athletes. It's not going to get Riley Cooper a 15-yard penalty because Riley Cooper is not dumb enough to say that shit on the field. Okay? It's not going to happen. It's going to get every other fucking, you know, I'll go so far as to say ghetto black dude on the field. There's a lot of them. There are players in the field who come from walks of life, okay, where if they weren't playing NFL football, who knows what they'd be doing. But they had a gift and they're using it to better their lives. I'm hesitant to use the word ghetto because someone's going to come out here and say, oh, now every black person's ghetto. You know, whatever. But again, these people come from walks of life where life is just different. You know, I didn't come from that walk of life. Okay? I grew up in Pleasantville, USA, Silverdale, Washington. Nothing but white folks on either side of me. Okay? I had a big front yard, a big backyard, a 2-story house, and we had cars and all kind of shit, and you know, and all that kind of shit. You know, I had a neighborhood with trees that climb in my backyard, in the woods and stuff. I didn't come from that walk of life, but some of us did. Some people did, not just black folks, but still, people come from other walks of life where that shit just is the way it is. The rule can't be, the rule won't make sense. The rule won't be fair. So, I get it though. I think it's a great concept. I think it's a great concept. If there is a feasible and practical way to eradicate that word from the English language, sure, let's do it. But that's not it. And it's not going anywhere. You're talking about hundreds of years of precedence about this topic. Okay, you're not going to erase it overnight, right? And the commissioners and owners of the NFL, the white commissioner and white owners of the NFL don't get a vote on that topic. Now, this is a workplace. I can't go to my job and say, nigga. I just can't. It won't fly. So if Roger Goodell wants to say, hey, look, this is a workplace. It's a workplace. It's an environment that we're going to have rules on. We're going to make rules. Okay, well, you know what? I get that. But it will not be fair. It just will not be fair. Now, a better idea, and I'm trying to think of who it was that said it. I think it was, who was it? I was watching a video on this. Somebody said that a better way to apply this is for the teams to be forced by the NFL to try to change the atmosphere in the locker rooms, in their organizations, you know, in their own team organizations. You know, set an example before they even get to the field. Talk to these players, talk to these men, okay, about being a man, about being stand up, about being, politically correct and all those things. You know, talk to them about that and have it start on the practice field, in the locker room, in the classroom. You know, it start there. On the field, you can't police language, and matter of fact, there already is a rule for policing. I mean, if a player goes too far when it comes to derogatory or foul language, the ref can throw a flag. There's already a good enough rule for this. The ref can throw a flag if he feels that a player is going too far with what he's saying, taunting or whatnot. You know, he can throw an unsportsmanlike conduct flag whenever he feels the need to. So for them to apply a rule for saying the word nigga on the field just does not make sense, because if somebody makes a great tackle and he goes, that's my nigga, and he gets flagged 15 yards and the drive gets to continue, or a drive gets backed up 15 yards? No, there's just no way. There's no way. There's no way that makes sense. And it doesn't make sense for this group of 32, 33 white people to then make a decision on it. That also doesn't make sense. So if they wanna include the word nigger in all, if they could say, hey, all curse words, including the N-word, that makes, okay, yeah. But a rule just on the N-word, you don't get a vote in that, white folks. You don't. That word, it's something that's been turned into something not so bad. Black people took that word and turned it into something that was not as bad as it was when the word was originally, introduced to identify a people. It was nothing but negative when it was introduced. Black folks have taken it and turned it into a word, turned it into a meaning that means something else. The word is used now. A dude who is getting ready to fight another dude might say it, but when he says it to him, he's not calling him that. He's just another dude. I know black folks that call white people or anybody else nigga. Black people have made that word not mean what it once meant, and black people as a people need to come together to eradicate this word. But to have a group of white folks try to police it amongst black folks is just, it doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. So the word should go away, though. The word should go away. It should. But a lot of shit should be certain ways, and it just ain't. Life is full of shit like that, and it is what it is. So anyway, so I got a couple other subjects I'll be talking about in the next coming days. So we'll see y'all then. And hey, as far as the 49ers go, fuck them niggas.